Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today, zooming in on the concept of metacognition as it comes to healing, as it pertains to healing. Metacognition is described as the ability to think about what we're thinking. So it means that we're able to adjust how we're feeling. We're able to discipline our emotions. We're able to catch ourselves when we're being victimized. This is a very important skill that you must develop if you truly want to heal through narcissistic abuse and victimization. If we continue to perpetuate the cycle of abuse, the negative emotions are going to fuel more of a negative identity. So it becomes a cycle. Victimization is truly a rut. It's truly a stagnation. It's truly a stifling. It's truly a stunting of growth because it's feeling less than. It's constantly being injured and re-injured. It's never allowing the mind to heal. It's never allowing the wound to heal over. It's perpetually re-wounding and re-wounding that inner sort of hurt, if you will, and that inner sort of pain. So unless you really emerge out of that victimization cycle, you will not be able to really become your best and greatest version, which is the goal of this channel here, is to really tap into and learn how to do that. So identifying the cause and then really look at, how to manifest better symptoms, better results in your life. So metacognition is the function of the mind, and I apologize if this is a little psychological, but I trust you'll get it. You might have to watch it a couple times, but and this has taken me years of study, so if you don't get it in one viewing, I get it. This has taken me a lifetime to arrive at this information. So if I can consolidate it and make it easy for you, well, amen to that. So anyway, metacognition is the ability to think about what you're thinking. So in other words, it's the ability to catch yourself. It's the ability to discipline yourself. It's the ability to observe what you're going through. So for example, I have viewers who say, I have such feelings of guilt, I have such feeling of anxiety, I have such feeling of depression, and I've been through, going to see a doctor for 20 years, and, they're still not better after 20 years. Okay, well, something is going on. I mean, maybe the healthcare system is not serving you. I mean, something, we're not getting at, at helping you here. So, let's see what we can do here. I'm not promising, that I have all the answers, but I think I have some insights that can help you, having, been studying this myself. And that the role of metacognition is the ability to observe what you're going through. So it's the ability to observe when you're being hurt. It's the ability to observe when you're becoming depressed. It's the ability of the human mind to observe how you're feeling. So rather than just feeling victimized and continuing to be victimized, and just falling down and not being able to get up, basically, metacognition is the ability of the human mind to observe it and then make adjustments or make corrections, catch oneself. So it's the ability to discipline, and even though it might feel like it's work, almost like lifting weights. It might be difficult to manage the emotions, but really that is really the discipline that is required in order to really heal and to get to the other side of the anxiety, the depression, the feeling of a victim all the time, a feeling not good enough. And remember, healing is a process. One thing that I'm learning and one thing I am, experiencing is that healing is a process. So just like if you were to have a big, gash on your leg, I mean, it doesn't heal overnight. It doesn't heal in 2 days. It might take several weeks or several months to heal. So the same thing really is with chronic narcissistic abuse. It's once you begin on the healing journey, you might not see healing. It might still look like that same very painful wound. But once you stay the course and apply the tools that we're describing here and really learn to utilize all those things, then healing really begins then to manifest and take place. And one of the, very important tools is that of metacognition. So the ability to sense and observe, you know what, I'm feeling like a victim again. I'm feeling sad and depressed because I'm replaying those memories of when I was abused. I'm replaying those memories when I was shamed. I was replaying those memories of how I lost years of my life to victimization. I'm replaying those stories of how I was not supported and not helped and I did not receive what I needed. I'm replaying those stories that life wasn't good to me. And you know what? I'm not going to play those stories anymore. You know, that I'm letting that go. As Florence Koval Shin says, you know, I'm giving it to the Christ within. You know, this is too big for me to bear. I'm giving this to God. I'm giving this to the Christ within. I can't handle this myself. I have to give this to the Christ within to resolve and vindicate for me. So I'm letting go of that, and I'm giving that to God, because God, the creator of this world, is the champion of all struggles, and he is fighting my struggles for me. And it is this metacognition, it's the releasing and letting go that, you know what, this was too great a cross for me to bear. I'm now releasing this. I'm letting it go, and I'm no longer in, you know, being a victim. I'm no longer in that victimization cycle. I'm actively, you know, taking myself out. I'm not walking in the steps towards being a victim anymore. I'm moving my steps away. So if I was previously before, unbeknownst to me, out of love, out of what I thought was my role and my duty and my identity, I was walking right into the path of being a victim. You know, victimization ahead, you know, lead me there. It's like getting a new map. It's like saying, metacognition is the role of saying, you know what, that path, that led me into a wrong, unhappy place. You know, I've repeatedly been abused there, repeatedly been taken advantage of, repeatedly surrounded with, you know, people who took advantage of me, financially, physically, emotionally, employment matters, etc. You know, I've given up so much to that, and now it's time for me to walk a new path. And so metacognition is the ability to acknowledge this. And this is not necessarily a religious base. I'm stating that this is a human being quality. So whatever your religion, whatever your ethnicity, whatever your background, it applies to all people. Metacognition is an ability of the mind to observe what it's going through. So it's saying, you know what, wow, like I'm avoiding that, you know, I'm catching that. And so you need to identify your emotions and say, whoa, I'm not going down there. You know, I've had enough time in depression. I've had enough time being despondent. I've had enough time being, you know, being lonely and being isolated. You know, I'm now emerging from that. I'm taking new steps, and I'm learning very, very slowly. My legs might be a little wobbly. I might feel a little bit, you know, unsteady. I might feel a little bit unsure, but I'm now walking that path, and then I'm going to rest in my path of healing. I'm going to give myself a chance to rest in healing, and I'm going to let it work, you know, healing into me. And I'm going to let my new activities breathe new life into me, and I'm going to let my new activities bring new knowledge to me, and new experiences, and new people, and new sights, and new sounds, and new scents, and new sensations that are healing to me, that are bringing me fullness and joy and prosperity and a better knowing and peace in the world. These are the qualities that I really want. These are really enduring qualities to me. So I am now going to slowly start to begin that new path. And I might only get a couple steps. I know that the path of victimization is over there. Whoa, I've got a lot of mileage over there. I've got way too much mileage on that victim path, man. You know, I got frequent flyer miles over there. You know, but I don't want that anymore. I don't want the credit card of victimization. I don't want any more, you know, time on that path. I want to use metacognition. I want to now redirect my steps onto a path of healing that is taking me on a new journey, it's a new path. It's a feeling of new exploration of things and resources that are truly beneficial and helpful for me, that are comforting, that are healing in nature, that are nourishing to me, that are giving me the joy and experience, the eye-opening experience, the beauty, the awe, the experience with the divine, the experience with the greater, finer things of life. Whatever that is for you, metacognition is a very important tool that can help you make that adjustment out of victimization and into victorious living. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos help. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.